Hey guys, and welcome to part 5 of my Paradise Rainbow Mandala crochet along. Today I'm going to be using the same colours what I've used in part 4, just because I want this colourway to be a little bit wider. So with my 4mm crochet hook, my chosen yarn, we're going to be doing rounds 29 to 33 today. So a lot going on. By the end of this it will be back with straight sides. So let's get on, shall we? So, round 29, I'm going to start in this point here. I'm going to go over the last two sets of chains in that corner for this with a standing single crochet, chain one, and another single crochet. Then I'm going to do 10 single crochet, but we're going to work in the back. So we're doing back post stitches now. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. Now you should have one single crochet left before we hit this area here. So what we're going to do now is we are going to do a 6 double crochet fan into the first stitch of a big fan underneath. So that's the first stitch is this one here, and as you can see my stitch is a little bit longer because I just didn't do it tight enough, but that will be fine. So I'm going to do 6 double crochets now. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Then we're going to skip 2 and do a single crochet. So 1, 2, and then into this third stitch a single crochet, then skip 2 again, so 1, 2, and into this third stitch we're going to make another fan of 6 double crochets. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Skip 2 and do a single crochet. And then into this last stitch, don't worry, your counting's not off and neither is mine. We're just going to skip 1 this time, and into this last back post stitch in this big fan we're going to make another fan of 6 double crochets. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and this makes 6. So then you can see that we've got 3 fans which are just sitting nicely over there. If it does look a little bit stretched at the moment, don't worry about it. The next round will correct it, so don't worry, it will be fine. So now what we want another 10 back post singles up here. So I always like to count back from a tip in case the previous row's a little bit janky. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. So yeah, that's right. So 10 back post singles now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and this is number 10, and this just leads me back up to the same point of what I have over here. So going over the 2 previous rounds with a single crochet, chain 1 and a single crochet. So that's your stitch pattern repeat for this round, which is round 29. So I will see you back at round 30. Right guys, welcome to round 30, and I'm starting with a new colour like always, you can use whatever colours you want, but I'm just going to use this bright orange. And I'm going to go into my chain one space at the tip of where we've been working with into my chain one space. It can be a little bit tricky to see, with a standing single crochet, chain one, and a single crochet. And then I'm going to do eight single crochets now down here. So don't forget this first one now. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And we're going to work on this first fan, this small one. And in the first stitch, we are going to be doing 2 double crochets. That's 1 and 2. Then in the next, we are going to just do 1 double crochet. In the next 2, we're going to do 2 in each. So that's 1, 2. And in the next one, 2, 1, 2. In the next, we are just going to do 1 double crochet, and in the next one, we're going to do 2. 1 and 2. Right, so just double check what we're doing now. Right, we're going to yarn over twice, and we're going to go through the 4th stitch on this row right here. So it's 2 rows back. So 1, 2, 3, and this 4th stitch we're going to do a front post stitch. And then we're going to jump back up to the last row we've just done, and we're going to work in trebles now. So yarn over twice for each of these stitches, and we're going to repeat the same kind of sequence what we've done here. So So 2 in the first, 1 in the next, 2 in the next 2 stitches. So there's 1, 2. You actually want to chain 2 here as well because we're making a new point, and then 2 in the next one. One in the next, 2 in the next, so you can see it's just making a bit of a higher point there. Then we're going to yarn over twice again and count 4th stitch from this side now. So 1, 2, 3, and this is the 4th one, and another front post. Right, back onto this 3rd fan. So make sure you don't go into that single crochet by accident. And now we're going to work in double crochet again. So we're just basically doing the same as what's on this side over here. So 2 in the first, 1 in the next, 2 in the next 2. So there's 1, 2 double crochets there, and now 2 in this stitch, and 1 in the next, and 2 in that last stitch on this fan. Now we want to do the same as we've done on this side, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 single crochets, and then 1 in your chain 1 space. So I'm going to count from this side again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it's this stitch right here. So we're actually skipping 2 there. No, we're skipping 3, sorry. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and our 9th stitch for this pattern repeat does fall in your chain 1 space. So you do your tip, so that's a single crochet, chain 1, and a single crochet all in that chain 1 space. So that's the pattern repeat for this round. So you're just going to slip stitch back to your standing single crochet, what we have over here at the start, where I will then catch you back for round 31. Round 31, and I have a new colour and my same hook. So just starting off with a slip knot, and then into our point here. Sorry if this colour's a bit glary. And I am just going to do a standing single crochet, chain 1, and a standing single. And a single even. Right, so now I'll just count these out. We're going to work in single crochets. Don't forget this little wee one here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So that's going to make 9, including this top one. And then we're going to do 10 back post double crochets now around this first fan. So yarn over once, come round the back, yarn over, pull through 2, and pull through 2. That's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, sorry about that, with my dog again, and again, 9, and 10. He's got a lot to say today, unfortunately. Right, so what we're going to do now is we are going to do a single crochet into this big long stitch here, and then we're going to chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and then we are going, let's just see where we're going with this. Bear with me one moment. We're going to attach this round the middle one from this row. So underneath this middle fan is the row underneath. We're just going to do a back post single crochet to make an anchor, and you can barely see this from the front. And then we're going to chain 5 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and then back onto this side now, onto this long stitch. We're just going to do a single crochet into there. So what this is going to do is it's going to make just a couple of points we can work into on our next round. So again, we want to make 10 double crochets around this third fan here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and this last one makes 10. So you can see it's kind of making a nice little area behind these, lifting these stitches up, and also leaving this free to do something else with on the next round. So we want 8 stitches back up here, so I'm going to count from my tip again just to make sure we get the right ones. So what, 9 in total. That's including one right in this top. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9 is in our chain 1 space. So this stitch and the next one, which is a single crochet, chain 1, single crochet, is the exact same as this side. So I will leave you to do the stitch pattern repeat, and I will see you for round 32. Right, round 32, and I'm going back to a different colour. I'm going to use the same colour I used for this double row round here, because it's just going to make a nice little border. So what we're going to do is start off with a slip knot on our hook, and we're going to start off with a back post standing single crochet. And what we're going to do is we're going to count the 4th stitch from this fan, and we're going to count backwards. So 1, 2, 3, and I'm going to do it around this 4th. Just like that. And you can just give this a little tug to tighten that up. So what we're going to do is we're going to be making a series of cluster stitches with a chain 2 between. So what we're going to do is we are going to do our first one into this first back post double crochet from this fan here. So yarn over twice, go into this stitch, yarn over, pull through 2, pull through 2, yarn over twice, go through, pull up, and go through twice, and once more. So this is one cluster. So pull through, chain 1, chain again, onto the next cluster. So what we're doing is we're just skipping one stitch and going into the next. So skip that stitch and into this next one, and across this fan we're going to be doing 6 in total. So I'm just going to motor on a little bit. Then we chain 2 in between, and then moving on. Just going to move this down a little bit. Oh, that's better. So what we're basically doing is we're trying to build all this up, so this becomes a straight line across here. But we will get there. Don't you worry. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I need one more. Right. So since we've got no more stitches here, we're just going to do the last cluster into this. It should be a single crochet, which is on this long stitch. So that's where you need to put your last one into that single crochet. Then I'm just going to chain 1 just to close that stitch. So what we're going to do now is we're going to do a back post single crochet. If you count these long stitches here, you need to do it onto your 3rd one. So it's a back post single. Then we're going to chain 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're coming behind here into the same stitch but on the other side. So you just count back 3. 1, 2, 3. And then it's another back post single. and this just makes it so it looks like this row is going behind this point. So what we're going to do now is we need to do the same here. So you're going to go into that single crochet. Do be aware that the chain anchor behind can kind of make this a little bit more hidden, so just make sure you get into the right stitch. 1, 2 and 3. That makes a cluster. Then going to chain 2, skip a stitch, and then just carry on. So that's cluster number 3. I will do all these on camera, just because. Nearly there. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the last one will actually go in this last back post double crochet, what you can see there. So it all works out nice and even. So we're just going to chain 1, and then, as you can see, I'm starting to make a bit of a bridge looking section. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to count to the 4th stitch on this side, so 1, 2, 3 and 4, and give that a back post single crochet. And then we are going to I'm just reading my notes here, bear with it, bear with. We're going to do a chain 4, 1, 2, 3 and 4. I'm going to do chain 5, actually, I'm lying to you. Right, and then we're going to do another back post anchor, and what we're going to do is, I'm just looking on my other one just to double check. We're going to put it round here. So where you have this 2 rows of the same colour, if you have, which is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4 row, the 4th row back. So I'm going to come through here and just back up into there for a single crochet, and then chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, and count back to the count back 4 stitches here, 1, 2, 3 and 4, and this back post single crochet, what we're doing here is the exact same as the back post single we started with. So what you're going to do is you're going to continue, and when you get back to the beginning you're just going to give a slip stitch into that first standing single crochet. So I will see you back for round 33. Right guys, I'm using back to my bright orange, which I've used for these couple of rounds down here, just because I want to kind of make it a little bit more standing out. So I'm going to start with a slip knot on my hook, and I'm going to go to my 5th cluster round here. So this is my first, so I'm going to do it around this one because that's my 6th, and we're going to do a back post single crochet. And then we're going to do a series of clusters into this big open space here. Now, I am going to be going over this chain 5 or chain 4 behind as well. Just tidy that out a little bit. So rather than yarning over twice for these clusters, we're going to yarn over 3 times, and we're going to do 3 of each. So that's 1. Yarn over 3 times. 2, and this is the 3rd. So that's 1, then chain 2. So then we do another one, just the exact same, and going through the same space. So now we've got 2. We're just going to chain 2 on this one. This is still going to make a corner though, so not to worry. And now we want another 2. So there's 4 of these clusters in total. Chain 2, and 1 more. And as you can see, that's going to make a new corner. So I'm just going to chain 1 on this. And then we're going to do a back post single crochet round the second cluster, because we need it the same as this side. Oh, there we go, there's a back post single. Then chain 2. And then do a back post single around the next cluster. We're going to do this until we've run out of clusters now, so chain 2, and then another back post cluster. A back post single even. It's been a long day. Right, so that's that. You can kind of push these stitches up. Right, so the next part of this, we're going to make it like a straight edge, what goes across there. So our first stitch is going to be on the other side, on this side of your back post single crochet, is going to be a half double crochet. So there's our half double, and then it's going to be, let's just have a look here. Seven single crochets. Now I am going to go around this chain as well, just to get that out of our way. So when you get to this middle, where you've got the your chain 1 space, you're only going to do 1 single crochet in there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And then our next stitch is a half double. And we are going to chain 1, and around this first cluster we are just going to do a single crochet, back post, chain 2, then do the exact same with the back post single crochets, chain 2 in between these clusters. going to stop there because this stitch is the exact same as this first stitch. So you're going to do this for the entire round. This is the end of the video, and I will be back with part 6 in it shortly. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope you're all managing to follow along with me and enjoyed this little crochet along. Like I said in my other videos, I'm actually loving designing this for everybody and also for myself. So yeah, I'm enjoying all the lovely bright colours we get to use in this mandala. So until next time, keep on stitching and keep enjoying your projects. Stay safe guys, and I'll see you soon.